So today's topic about cats who are licking themselves till alopecia, till there is no hairs or very little hairs left. And it's actually quite a common problem. I think I will not lie if I say I see cats like that every week, maybe even a couple of times during the week. And why did I choose this topic? Because sometimes it's difficult to prove, especially if you're a beginner, to prove to yourself or to the owner that this alopecia is actually induced by cat licking itself. And if this is not a problem, then finding a reason for this alopecia could be quite a long way, quite a challenging way. So that's why I've chosen this topic, and I hope you will like this lecture. So let's start with a clinical picture how this self-induced alopecia looks like. Okay, it can be actually everywhere where cat can reach itself with the tongue, right? But actually there are some favorite places for self-licking, especially abdomen, groin and medial thighs, caudal thighs also, and flanks. So you can see here on the left illustration with more common places, but it's not only places cat can lick. Of course, all four extremities, front legs, hind legs can be licked off, tail, and then some cats, they're quite good at licking, so they can even lick off the neck, dorsal neck and lateral neck, so they can be almost completely bald. If you look at these cats, the extension of the alopecia can be very different from few patches of small alopecia, like for example in this gray cat, and there is not a lot, and actually if you look at these places, they are not completely alopecic, so we can call them hypotrichosis because they are still covered with some hairs, right? Look at this red cat. It's very good illustration that this alopecia is actually created by licking and breaking these hairs. Because in this red cat in the center, there is no actual alopecia yet, but we can clearly see that these hairs on the dorsum are shorter, so they are broken. And this Siamese cat on the bottom, it's almost completely alopecic, right? And if you look at the ventral side, it's completely bald. So no signs of hairs left, right? At this cat, I didn't say anything about it. The gray cat on the right, and I want you to put some attention that some cats, due to leaking, they are not losing so much hairs, but hair may lose some pigment. So there will be some color changes. And actually look at this Siamese cat. You can see that these short hairs here on the flanks are kind of darker than the hair coat around. That's because when cat is totally bald and new hairs are growing, there is like lower temperature And you know, with Siamese cats or similar breeds, there are some pigment, let's say, defect. Okay, it's not defect, but it's difference. So the lower the temperature, the more pigment there will be. That's why these distal extremities and tail and face in these cats will be darker because there are lower temperatures. So the new hair, after it was licked off, are growing darker, are growing almost black because there is low temperatures. I want to say that very often, and in this picture you can see it also, the skin is not inflamed, so it stays completely calm. It's a normal color. There is nothing else. Okay, we will talk later in a few minutes that these cats may show some other signs of pruritus, but please keep in mind that it's normal for cats, for pruritic cats, just to lick themselves. So it's very common that you will see these cats with pruritus and self-licked, self-induced alopecia without any other signs of itchiness and without skin inflammation.